Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Let's Play Forge. Last time we finally, and I do mean finally, we won against an AI opponent thanks to us moving worlds and coming back to the homeland's world because all the other worlds have really ruthless AIs in them and we just weren't winning against them. They also had two great decks and we had zero chance of winning against them. So last time we played against Autumn Willow, I believe, who used the green deck, and we eventually managed to defeat them, although while struggling a bit. So let's keep on playing. We'll play against a random opponent. We won the coin toss, so we get to decide whether we go first or second. We will go first. I really don't like this starting hand because we do not have that many great forest cards, so let's mulligan. This is a bit better. Yeah, let's remove a Sifter Wound for now. Yeah, I will keep this hand though. I think this is fine. So right now we're playing against Aaron the Relentless, which is quite an interesting name. Let's see what Aaron the Relentless has to offer on video. So we'll summon a Feral Prowler, which is a 1/3 cat creature, which has the effect of when Feral Prowler dies, draw a card. Now he casts an Iron Claw Curse, which is an enchantment card, which has the effect of target creature gets -0/-1. That creature cannot be assigned to block any creature with power greater than or equal to the toughness of the creature Iron Claw Curse enchants. So it cannot be assigned to block any creature with power greater than or equal to the toughness. Okay, that's interesting. So he uses this to enchant my Feral Prowler, which is quite annoying, but I think we'll manage to survive quite well in the long run. Let's just do damage to him. Let's summon a giant spider, which is a 2/4 spider creature which has reach, which means that this creature can block creatures with flying. Let's summon it. And let's also Alpha Strike him once again. And now he will summon Anaba Shaman, which is a 2/2 Minotaur creature, which has the effect of for tapping and for paying 1 red mana, Anaba Shaman deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Okay, interesting. So we've got quite a nice assortment of cards right now. Let's summon Panther Warriors, which is a 6/3 creature right now. And now let's attack him with our Feral Prowler. He will block us with his Anaba Shaman, and because Anaba Shaman has 2 power and my Feral Prowler has only 2 toughness, my Feral Prowler will die from this encounter, whereas because my Feral Prowler has 1 power and his Anaba Shaman has 2 toughness, his Anaba Shaman will survive the encounter. But because my Feral Prowler will die from this encounter, I will get to draw an extra card per Feral Prowler's card description. Okay, so now he summons Aaron the Relentless. Oh, that's the name of my opponent as well. Which is a 5/2 legend creature, which has the effect of Aaron the Relentless can attack the turn it comes into play on your side. Does this mean that it just has haste? And for paying free mana, it can regenerate. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, let's just attack him with our Panther Warriors. He will block us with his Aaron the Relentless. Interesting decision. And because his Aaron the Relentless has 5 power and my Panther Warriors has only 3 toughness, that means that my Panther Warriors will die from this encounter, but also because my Panther Warriors has 6 power and his Aaron the Relentless has only 2 toughness, his Aaron the Relentless will also die from this encounter. To not have my Panther Warriors die though, I will cast Shed Weakness on my Panther Warriors, which means that target creature gets +2/+2 Ah, but I cannot. Just getting +2/+2 won't be enough, because +2/+2 will take it up to 8/5, which means it will in the end have 5 toughness, which is still not strong enough to survive here on the relentless attack. So might as well let this go through. Now that's what regenerate means. So for him paying free red mana, he got to take back his Air on the Relentless from his own graveyard, right? Or he summoned a different one, I can't really tell. Well, whatever, he does damage to me. Now we have enough mana to summon a Bramblewave Behemoth, which is a 6/6 elemental creature which has Trample. And Trample means that this creature can deal excess combat damage to defending player or planeswalker while attacking, which is quite nice. He puts an Iron Claw curse on one of my creatures. I'm not sure which one of them though. And now he uses the effect of Anaba Bodyguard, which is he summons an Anaba Bodyguard, which is a 2/3 creature which has First Strike. First Strike means that if it's in combat with another creature that doesn't have First Strike, then if Anaba Bodyguard has enough power to kill that other creature it's in combat with, then that creature deals no damage to Anaba Bodyguard whatsoever, regardless of how strong it is, which is a nice mechanic. Let's summon Scale Behemoth, which is a 6/7 crocodile creature which is hexproof, which means that this creature can be the target of spells or abilities your opponent controls, which is always nice. Now let's attack him with our Bramblewave Behemoth to do significant amounts of damage to him. Now he casts a Serrated Arrows, which is an artifact which has the effect of when Serrated Arrows comes into play, put 3 arrowhead counters on it. During your upkeep, bury Serrated Arrows if there are no arrowhead counters on it, and then remove an arrowhead counter from Serrated Arrows to put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. So he did that to put a -1/-1 counter on my Bramblewave Behemoth, which is quite annoying. Let's summon a Sifter Worm, which is a 7/7 worm creature which has Trample, which means when Sifter Worm enters the battlefield, scry free, then reveal the top card of your library. You gain life equal to that card's converted mana cost. So let's do just that. So we scry free now, which means that we get to rearrange the top 3 cards of our library. Let's put Shepherd Monitor on the top of our library because that has the largest converted mana cost of just 6, as you can see. So let's do just that. So we got healed for 6 life. And now let's just attack him with all of our strongest creatures except for Sifter Worm, because we just summoned Sifter Worm this turn, so it still has summoning signets. So he will block my Scale Behemoth with his Anaba Shaman, and he will also block my Bramblewave Behemoth with his Aeron the Relentless. Not the best combination, but whatever. And now he uses Anaba Shaman's ability to deal 1 damage to one of my creatures. Or did he do 1 damage to me? Ah, he did 1 damage to me, so that won't count that much. Now, because Bramblewave Behemoth has Trample, besides doing 2 damage, which is enough to destroy his Aeron the Relentless, the remaining damage that would be dealt from his 5 power, which is free, will get transferred directly to him. So let's do just that. And yeah, this is going quite nice. He uses another Serrated Arrow to give me a -1/-1 to put a -1/-1 counter on my Sifter Worm. Now is he reviving his Aeron the Relentless from the graveyard? Doesn't look like it. I think he summoned one from scratch from his hand. Now let's just summon a Shepherd Monitor, which is a 6/5 lizard creature, which has the effect of when you cycle Shepherd Monitor, you may search your library for a basic land card or a desert card, put it onto the battlefield, and shuffle your library do this before you draw. And to cycle it, I need to pay 1 green mana and 3 other mana. So cycling means that I discard it when it's in my hand to draw a different card from my deck. I will not cycle it, I will just summon it regularly. And now let's just attack him with everything that we have. Yeah, let's do a lot of damage to him. He's on the verge of dying. He casts another serrated arrows to try to stop me. I will summon a Query Hauler, which is a 4/3 camel creature, which has the effect of when Query Hauler enters the battlefield, for each kind of counter on target permanent, put another counter of that kind on it or remove one from it. Okay. Let's remove a -1/-1 counter from our shipyard monitor, shall we? And now we get to Alpha Strike him with everything we have, and we won. So we removed from his deck Chandler, which is a legend creature, which is a 3/3 legend creature, which has the effect of, for paying 3 red mana and for tapping this creature, he gets to destroy target artifact creature. Okay. And finally, let's just keep this hand. He goes first because he lost the previous game, and now he uses 1 mana to summon a Roterotopter, which is a 0/2 flying creature, which has the effect of, for paying 2 mana, it gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. You cannot spend more than 4 mana in this way each turn. Okay. So let's not do anything for now. He pays 1 mana to summon, to increase his Roterotopter's power by 1, and now he attacks me with it. Let's summon a Feral Prowler. Let's summon now a Prowling Serpopard, which is a 4/3 cat snake creature, which has the effect of when Prowling Serpopard can't be countered. It has the effect of Prowling Serpopard cannot be countered, and creature spells you control cannot be countered either. So let's summon that. Let's also attack him with our Feral Prowler. He blocks us with his Roterotopter and nothing happens. Okay. Let's attack with both of our creatures. He will have to block one of them, but the other will get its attack through. Now he summons an Aeron the Relentless, which is a 5... Yeah, I already read that. Now he will attack me with his Aeron the Relentless. Let's summon a Panther Warriors. And now let's just Alpha Strike him with everything that we have. He increases the power of his Roterotopter by paying 1 mana, and now he's attacking me with his Aeron the Relentless. Now I will block his Aeron the Relentless with my Panther Warriors. But he then pays 3 mana to regenerate his own Aeron the Relentless. And because it gets regenerated, even though it should have died in this turn, it doesn't die. That's an interesting effect. Let's summon Elite Cat Warrior, which is a 2/3 creature which has Forest Walk, which means if the defending player has any forests in play, Elite Cat Warrior can't be intercepted. Forests are in play regardless of whether they are tapped or untapped. He doesn't have any forest cards on his side of the field, so that effect will not kick in. Let's just Alpha Strike him. He increases his Roterotopter ability a couple of times, and now he's attacking me with his Aeron the Relentless, which doesn't surprise me in the least. Let's summon a Giant Spider, which is a 2/4 spider creature with reach, which means that this creature can block creatures with flying. And yeah, let's just Alpha Strike him. He's down to 1 life, and he summons an Ebony Rhino, which is a 4/5 artifact creature which has trample, but it's a bit too little too late. I'll use Riding the Dilo Horse to give one of my creatures +2/+2 and also gain horsemanship. So because none of his creatures also has horsemanship, whichever one I choose to enchant will become unblockable for him, for all of his creatures. So let's use that on our Prowling Serpopard. So now our Prowling Serpopard cannot be blocked anymore. Let's just attack him with that, and we won. So we removed from his deck an Ebony Rhino. That's what we won. And now we also won a Koskun Falls, which is an Enchant World card that costs 2 black mana and 2 other mana to cast, and which has the effect of, during your upkeep, tap target untapped creature you control or bury Koskun Falls. No creature can attack you unless its controller pays an additional 2 mana whenever that creature attacks. So during your upkeep, target untapped creature you control or bury Koskun Falls. No creature can attack you unless its controller pays an additional 2 mana whenever that creature attacks. Interesting. I don't know if I like that. That doesn't sound like that great of a card, but I could be wrong. And we also run a random rare card, which is called Truce, which costs 1 white mana and 2 other mana to cast. It's an instant specifically, so you can cast this even during your opponent's turn. And it has the effect of each player may draw up to 2 cards. For each card less than 2 any player draws, that player gains 2 life. Interesting. And then we won some other cards over here. Interesting. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to get in touch with me, I have a Mastodon account as well as a Matrix room that you can join, details of which you can find in the description of this video. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.